Japanese lady beetles have been getting inside people's homes, and it's starting to raise questions with the Fayetteville community. Stick around because UATV has more after the break. When getting rid of these pests, it's best to vacuum them up. Do not smash them because if you do, it'll leave a yellowish red stain on your walls and surfaces, which is no fun for anyone. If you ever need a ride, call the number back here on this ID. Reporting live with UATV, I'm Jackson Miller. SUI does a little bit of everything here on campus, from planning big events to helping other RSOs promote themselves. SUI is all about making sure students stay connected to the university. For SUI, it's all about students supporting other students. SUI will hold more events like this in the very near future. Reporting live with UATV, I'm Jackson Miller. At the Celebration of Entrepreneurship event in Fayetteville, local business owners talked about the challenges they've faced and the change they're creating. Events like this don't just offer resources, they remind entrepreneurs that they're not in this alone. Reporting live with UATV, I'm Jackson Miller. Traffic can hit back roads just to get there. Not for long. This highway right beside me, Highway 264, will be connected directly to the airport. This project is going to cost around $127 million, and this road will be about 4 miles long and is going to be a 4-lane wide road. This road is going to connect the airport to Highway 264 along with the Springdale Northern Bypass and Highway 612. The Arkansas Department of Transportation is in charge of this project, and they believe that this is going to give travelers a faster, safer route to the airport to reduce construction on local roads. XNA believes that this connector will significantly help travelers out.
And instead of going down a 2-lane backcountry road, they're going to be able to go on a 4-lane highway and get to their destination that much quicker.
They held a groundbreaking ceremony at the XNA airport for the connector. The road will include several bridges and interchanges as well. At campus fairs and student events across the University of Arkansas, SUI, the Student Organization for Outreach and Involvement Experience, is there connecting students and helping them build their leadership skills.
I've also learned what it means to be a student leader and work in a leadership position. I've learned a lot about how to problem solve and time manage properly, and I've also learned a lot about what I'm capable of.
By hosting large showcases, SUI helps other student organizations share information about their events and connect more students across campus. Members of other RSOs believe the impact of SUI has really helped their organization evolve as well.
It really helped us just advertise ourselves, our events, and our just club in general to a lot more people.
That support is exactly what SUI members work toward, building connections that make a difference across campus.
And I really enjoyed seeing how these RSO officers facilitate interactions with everybody on campus and how much people just want to get people involved.
Alyssa believes that being a part of SUI has not only helped her connect with others, but also prepare her for her future beyond college.
Being a student leader and being in SUI, I have gained so much confidence.
Organizing events can be challenging, but with support from SUI, members are able to plan and manage them more efficiently.
I had to learn a lot decently fast, but it was okay because I had a ton of people in the club and on the board helping me out and helping me with the step-by-step process of how to plan these kinds of fairs.
With every event SUI hosts, the organization continues to strengthen student involvement and connection across campus. As temperatures drop, Japanese lady beetles are moving into Fayetteville homes, and for many residents, they're becoming hard to ignore. Homeowners report finding a bunch of the insects crawling on walls and windows, turning a harmless bug into a household nuisance.
I've probably seen, around 50 to 100 lady beetles inside my house, but outside there were plenty when it was still hot outside.
Entomology professor Ashley Dowling says the reason so many are getting inside is simple. They're just looking for warmth.
They get to the warm walls and then they look for cracks, crevices, they crawl through. Often that means crawling through into your house.
Even though the beetles aren't dangerous, residents like Tristan believe the real problem is just how many there are.
I would describe it more as an annoyance. I feel like the bugs are harmless themselves, but just, no one really wants to live inside of a house that's covered in bugs.
According to Professor Dowling, the beetles aren't a lasting issue. They come inside seeking warmth for the winter, but once indoors, the heat causes them to burn through their energy and die off.
When they get inside, they're going to try and essentially hibernate through the winter, but it's warm, so they're just burning up reserves, and they're just going to die inside.
Though they can be disruptive, Japanese lady beetles aren't harmful to homes. There are simple ways for homeowners to deal with them without calling an exterminator.
They're not going to go and get into pantries and eat food. They're not going to cause damage. So, yeah, really just either leave them and let them die or vacuum them up.
But knowing how to manage them can keep homes more comfortable for the season. With winter approaching, these tiny visitors will naturally disappear on their own. As stress builds during the final weeks of the semester, some students are taking it upon themselves to support others. Leaders on campus are working to make sure students feel seen and supported. For one mental health chair, that support is personal.
I don't like people seeing people struggle, and my faith is a big thing, and I've been kind of reaching out to a lot of people to make sure that they're in good standings.
Checking in on his friends isn't just a responsibility for Leighton. He says he takes it very seriously. He wants every member to know that they aren't alone during these stressful times. He says that support is always available from several members across campus.
One of those people is me in the fraternity and finding someone that they can always go to, because there always is someone. And whatever you're doing, whatever struggle, someone's always there to listen to you.
Being a shoulder to lean on is one way members like Leighton address stress, but students everywhere feel it. Judson Murdoch puts it simply.
I think this time of year is stressful for students because everything is piled up into 2 weeks.
The Interfraternity Council recognizes the pressures students face. That's why they provide support for those who need it.
Last week we had Men's Mental Health Week, and we put on 6 different programs for fraternity men at the University of Arkansas to come listen to speakers, come get help. We had tabling events, we had CAP speakers.
While the end of the semester can feel overwhelming, Judson reminds students to keep things in perspective.
Final exams are not the end of the world. Everyone gets so fed up in the fact of this one big test or a few big tests. Yes, they carry a lot of weight in your final grade of the class, but we're all going to come out of college one day with great jobs.
"12 college football coaches have been fired this year, setting a record for the most coaches ever to be let go in a season. And for players, that constant turnover sends a clear message about the reality of the sport.
It's a dog-eat-dog world out there in college football, and so, coaches change left and right.
Watching it happen nationally and experiencing it in their own locker rooms, players like Jaden have noticed how cutthroat the sport has become.
As you get kind of older, you start to realize that in this game, like, people want to win, and if you're not winning or producing, that's just kind of what happens.
When a coach is fired, the impact reaches far beyond the sidelines. Players are forced to reevaluate where they stand with the program and what comes next for their future. Jaden believes this is a reality that he can't ignore.
When coaches leave and go or, get fired, it affects your future. So you definitely think about those things. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's all about, moving forward, because if you can't move forward, then you won't go anywhere.
With coaches leaving mid-season, the national spotlight is usually on the program itself. But its truly impact is on the players, the guys that have to show up, practice, and perform.
The mood is it's different because a lot of kids, they come in with the coach and they really like the coach that brought them in, and it's hard to buy in sometimes when your head coach gets fired.
With so much change happening around them, players say it's hard to know what or who they can count on. And as the game continues to shift, many feel that loyalty isn't what it used to be.
The only thing that players can now rely on is the money that they're getting paid, and it's just hard to create a sense of loyalty for a team.
But what often gets overlooked is the mental strain these changes put on the athletes. When a program shifts direction, players are still left carrying the same expectations no matter what's going on around them.
People should just realize that, we're humans too. There's a lot of pressure on athletes to perform, and, mental health is something that a lot of people talk about, but that's still something that's still uncovered.